who's doing it? Who's going? Who's going to intro? All right, here we are. Hi, everybody. We are Dicey Decisions RPG, and tonight we present episode 28 of Zeros to Heroes. Yeah, thanks for being there. Thanks for watching us. And this very laid back attitude is fluctuating through our whole group because half of us are allergic to whatever's out there floating through the air, and our voices aren't working so great. But here we go. We have some shout outs, don't we? Yeah. Who's going to shout something out?
Oh my god, shout out to Number Gang visiting us tonight.
All right. Hi,
Heck
Number Gang.
yeah.
Number
Any other
gang.
shouts?
Number gang.
See.
I have a shout for you.
Go for it.
No.
That is all.
Okay. I didn't hear anything, and I wasn't looking, so.
The mic
He
didn't
tried
pick it up.
to-
It's okay.
Yeah, you tried to
Got
shout into the mic for you.
I said I
Ooh,
had a
that's
shout
good.
for you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step into our episode. And
Okay.
if you're not familiar with what's been going on, hopefully you'll catch on pretty quickly. Session, episode, what are we calling this? Sessions or episode? This is number 28.
The one where we all die.
The one, yeah, exactly. Our heroes have been tasked by one of the Archfey with retrieving the heart of a terrible undead monstrosity which has poisoned the land and is currently leveling it into dust. So, resting just within the cover of this dead forest, you listen to the sounds of destruction. Creeping forward to watch, each of you one by one, you see this enormous creature constructed of earth, branch, bone, and hide, devour and crush all in its surroundings. A noxious smell roils upward from this crater, causing you to retreat when dust and the fetid clouds roll near. You can also see that the epicenter of this destruction is piled high with pulped wood from 100,000 trees, and the creature continues to smash and tear into the ground as it plows on tirelessly with its task. Occasionally, that is to say 3 times during your reconnaissance, it charges hard into the still standing trees, bulling them down, thrashing its mighty horns so that branches and earth fly in all directions. Afterward, it moves back to where the trees have fallen to grind them in its maw and below its hooves and its mighty multi-jointed spiked front legs. Once during this time, it has stopped its rampage to crane its neck as if sniffing the air. It snorted heavily, causing more smoky ash to boil in all directions. Nimbus looks to you, her face paler than ever, her eyes wide. I cannot go there, past these trees. The lady said it is forbidden. She said the Fae would drop like mayflies. But Clips can help, maybe, if he will. But the thing, you'll need a plan. She looks over her shoulder and licks her parched lips. A very good plan, I think.
Is Clips not Fae?
He is of the Fae, but he's also of the mortal world.
Well,
You're
glad to
gonna
have you on our
leave
side,
us?
Clips.
What's
What was
that,
that,
Sonny?
Oh, you're going to leave us again, Nimbus?
No, but I can't go forward. I'm gonna stay right here.
Oh, I get it. You have like really long range spells that you can help us from afar, right?
I can try. I've got my little bow. Pulls back her bow. I don't know if I can shoot that far.
That's all right.
Maybe.
Clips will be great help, I'm sure.
He was helpful against these creatures. Is everyone rested? What are we going to do? We can't go back without its heart.
No, we can't. You don't suppose there was any kind of metaphorical loophole to this, do you? Like, maybe it's really in love with something and we can take that back?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it was worth a
I'd also
try.
like to figure out what a dark and gigantic evil looking creature is in love with. You know, that'd be pretty interesting to find out. Maybe we could find something nearby in this deserted wasteland.
Everything has to love something, I suppose. Even if it's absolutely terrible.
What if it loves I probably shouldn't say that. You know, like the
Okay.
evil god.
Oh, 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 oh. Rip, you didn't happen to learn how to, I don't know, like purify hearts or calm really angry nature slash not nature but killing nature spirits while you were in your training?
I think that might be a little bit above my current pay grade.
Are we having this conversation? Like, we backed away and we're having this conversation while we're like resting?
You guys are currently taking a long rest and you have backed into the still standing trees
Let's make
about, I don't know, half a mile away from this thing.
Wait, we were
Took a
taking a
long
long
rest.
rest? I thought we took
Oh,
a short
short
rest.
rest. Short, sorry.
I mean, I'll take a long rest.
I was saying, don't get me wrong. I would love to take a long rest.
You're welcome to try.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Sure.
What have we got to lose? Oh wait, everything.
Everything.
Just our lives.
Are you doubting our capabilities of getting the heart, Fern?
No, I was just hoping maybe there would be some kind of fun little catch that didn't involve almost dying again. But we can do it. I know we can. There's a reason that we're here and not other people. And it's you. And she points at Nimbus.
Yeah. It is my fault. I guess I should say I'm sorry.
No, no, I don't think you need to be sorry. I think it's probably good that we're here. But
You're very good people. You're the only ones I knew. I recommended you because you saved my life, and there's no one else. That I didn't know anyone else. Maybe there are, but was I wrong?
no, you were not
No,
wrong.
you're not wrong. Of course you had to call upon us. If you had chosen anyone else, they would have screwed it up. Now, as much as I'd like for there to be a catch, or some way we could avoid this, I'm not quite certain that there's a way. I'm trying to think of all of my studies that I have done at the Alabaster Lyceum, and I can't seem to think of anything that could be pertinent to this. Unfortunately, this is also out of my depth. I mean, Let me think on it
I
for a
can.
while we rest here, and I may come up with something. But I am highly doubtful of anything.
I can at least try talking to it. I don't know if I can calm it down, but I don't know. Maybe if we ask it some stuff, it'll give
Even
us a
talking to
loophole.
it is a risk. But
I have an idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sonny can make holes in the ground. Aye?
yeah.
What if we... Well, it might be vulnerable from above. Can any of us fly? Other than me?
I can swing if I can latch onto like maybe its horns or something.
I'm very good
So
at climbing trees.
So
Not
what
that there are any
if
trees over
we go from below and from above? Is there any... That's all I have.
What if we make a trap hole where it collapses because we dug a big hole and it traps its feet. Maybe it can be immobile for a bit.
That
um,
idea, we can chase it into the hole using an illusion of sorts to get it to run away towards the hole.
Or it'll run towards us because it wants to kill us and the hole is in front of us.
That's an
Or
option
that.
too. And we can put like sharp things in the bottom so it'll get all sliced up.
Jack, can I just sit and, or can Rip just sit and kind of while we're discussing, just watch it for a while, kind of watch its behavior? Because, like, I, as an animal professional in my personal life, know that I could watch an animal like that's behavior and get a general idea, at least if it was like in distress or not in distress, if there is some sort of like sensory thing going on with it, if it's like somebody has it like blinded out there, if it is ill. I don't know how much I would be able to get from like not knowing specifically what this animal is, because I doubt I do. Um, but I do want to like watch its behavior and its movement
You're welcome to
and
do
see how
that.
it's moving
I
around.
will tell you this is not an animal, and Rip would have known that instantly.
Okay, got it.
Well,
Not a beast.
Sunny, I don't think you're wrong about that instinct. Do you think it would be possible to make little burrows under the ground so that it collapses when it steps on it? Oh, you're
Okay. Let me think about it as I read the spell. I
Why
don't
don't
know.
we... Go ahead.
I don't know if it's possible to do that, but maybe we can find a way to cover it with something else.
okay.
Rip, can you roll a check and tell me
Yeah.
what kind of check you're going to roll as you watch?
Oh, okay. Um, y'all keep talking. I'm just gonna look up a definition of something real quick.
How to defeat ugly thing.
I'm trying to check the definition of some of these skills just to see which one I think would be
Mm-hmm.
most
um,
appropriate.
Juliet, player Daniel talking to you. Why do I feel like Lolth is the like the Voldemort of this universe? Where you're like,
Oh,
you can't say her name. You can't
100%.
say her name.
100%. But Fern is the Hermione who's like, why are you not saying her name?
I see.
Yeah. No, Lolth is 100% Voldemort. with lots of spiders.
Although, truth be told, Pietro wasn't saying her name because he thought that he shouldn't say that around you.
Um, I think I'm actually gonna go with the old standby and use perception, actually.
Okay.
Nothing
Roll
else
away.
seems more appropriate. Except for maybe insight?
They're both wisdom stats. Do you have proficiency on one
They
of them?
are. I have proficiency in insight, and I would want to be piecing together where we are, being that we are not in our usual plane of existence or realm, the way this thing is behaving, what they want from it, and the general effect it's having.
You're welcome to roll as many different checks as you wish while you are resting for this hour. Sure. If you want to
Cool.
roll multiple checks, if Rip is just,
Yeah,
like you said, just watching and thinking.
yeah. I want to roll a perception check first to get a general idea of what its behavior is doing. And then I'm going to roll an insight check to see if I can piece things together.
Okay, roll your perception check.
That'll be a 12 for perception.
Okay.
Could have been.
This creature is, like I said, occasionally it dashes, like this whole area looks like a meteorite strike. Just
Okay, yeah,
massive, endless devastation. And
sure.
you've walked for hours and hours through a dead forest. So it's not only killing the forest, it's destroying it. And then it charges into the trees, knocks a bunch of them over, and just starts pounding them and grinding them and stomping them and dragging them back out into the middle and where there's a huge pile. However, with a 12, a lot of this is obscured with roiling dust and fumes that are making things seem a little bit hazy. So much of the time, this thing is in and out of the dust clouds it's making.
Okay. Does it seem
Also,
like purposeful? Like it's methodical? Like it's moving in a pattern that it is trying to get 100% of this space?
It's such a big space that you can't really see the other side.
Okay.
Um, and most of the areas that you can see are about equidistant from where it is. So
Okay.
it seems like it's trying to destroy everything as far as you can tell. And whether it's methodical or not, it's getting everything in its range fairly
Okay.
consistently.
Okay. And it's pulling like a pile of like forest scrap into the center?
Everything that it's been destroying, there's a lot of trees lying
Yeah.
down, but everything that is destroying, it's kind of piling up in the middle to get it out of the way. Maybe it looks like it's just a chewed up hill of splintered wood.
Okay.
It doesn't run up that hill. It's not looking like it's burrowing into it or using it for
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
And your insight check?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a 21.
And what were you hoping to learn from the insight check?
Um, trying to put together, combining what I know about what they want us to do with this thing, take its heart, where we are, what realm we're in, what it's doing physically, and see if I can put together a purpose for why it's here and why it's doing what it's doing.
And he rolled a 21.
Yeah. 17 on the die.
You see that there's something about this pile in the center that it keeps going back to. It's throwing stuff in there, scraping it behind it. This creature does not seem to slow or get tired. You can tell that it's made of sticks and bone and patched together, like stuck on hide, and you can see like chunks of flesh exposed here and there, and it's just a weird amalgam of dead plants and dead animals and stone and whatever.
Okay.
It's with that insight check, it is not something that's going to run out of energy. It's not
Yeah.
going to take a nap. It's
Yeah.
not going to stop at all. It is going to continue on because it has a purpose and something, you don't know what, and you haven't explored around this area to look from other angles either. This looks like it's building a mountain for some reason, but it's not really paying attention to it. It's just kicking stuff over in that direction and leaving it.
I really quietly say, just loud enough for like Vern sitting next to me, there's this part of me that like when I came back from death and kind of had this sort of like horrible, the undead need to go back to being dead kind of feelings about things. And Fern just very quietly hears me say, I wonder if it's flammable.
Fern is smiling. You know, Rip, normally I'd be pretty against us lighting a forest on fire, but I think it might be worth it this time.
Wait,
And it looks like
Fern,
we've got a
what?
lot of kindling.
you're
Fern,
talking
what
about starting a
for?
fire?
Thinking about it.
I
Did I
have
hear
an
fire?
idea.
Did I hear fire?
Hear
I mean,
me
I
out.
always have a light and I druid craft a little spark.
Okay, by the end of this short rest, I can join you with casting that fire. And we can send Grim in, invisible, flying over the creature. And I pull out a flask of oil. He can drop this on the creature.
And then using our cantrips, our illusions, we can lure it to the trees where they're in the middle.
Well, it's doing something with that big pile of sticks and I don't know. When you destroy something, when a beast, well, not a beast, a monster, when something's anything is bent on destruction, you don't make a pile of trash. You
No,
just
that's
leave
a
the trash where
dragon.
it falls.
It's making a horde.
It's making something,
Mm.
and I don't know what it is, but I
If
Hmm.
I
kind of
had
want
to
to light
guess,
it on fire.
if I had to guess, I would imagine its purpose is to replicate itself in some way. I think it's making another one of itself, perhaps. But that is just a theory.
Whoa.
Either way, it needs to be stopped.
Yeah, either way, I think it would be pretty prudent to see if we can kill two birds with one stone, as it were. It keeps going back to the pile. It's going to keep going back to the pile. If we can hit it and the pile while it's there, might not take much. That's a lot of dead material. Or where are we at? Is it feel moist or does the air feel dry?
Dry.
I think that is a great looking bonfire.
I agree.
So, we've got Grim. Grim's got oil. We've got flame. And we've got pointy things. I think we're pretty equipped.
Now, how do we get it to stay on top of the pile of things?
I don't know if
Sonny,
we
you
need it
think
to
you could?
stay.
Yeah, we want to catch it
Mhm.
on fire, right?
Well, if
Keeping
Grim
it in
is
one spot might be a good idea. What were we
Oh, we're
talking
just
about?
trying to throw
Making
the.
a hole?
We're trying to. Are we trying? Oh yeah. We're trying to put the oil on the creature itself or on the material.
both,
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, sounds good.
Tall is the creature?
How tall?
very tall.
Let's see. I'm going to just
You know,
estimate here.
you say that,
Yeah.
but the
About 12
comparison.
feet high on the highest point of its big curved back. Its
So
horns
two.
are taller, though, maybe 15 feet high.
Well,
It's about as big as Lord Differoth was tall, but this thing has, 10 times more mass.
You know, I do like when things are pieced together because it's much easier to pull them apart that way.
Can we go over the plan again? Because I'm a little confused. So we're putting fire on the pile and the creature?
Yes.
Mhm.
But they
And are
come in
holes
contact.
involved still?
Well, I'm concerned it would run around still on fire, which would kind of be a problem. Would you be able to open up a hole directly underneath it?
Yeah, if I'm within 30 feet and the ground is loose, like not stony. Get it? Not stony.
yeah, I get it.
Good one.
Thanks. Didn't even try there.
Well, if we can get it to stay in one place, that's definitely helpful. And if we can get it lower in the ground, I mean, I'd love to climb those horns.
Mm.
So, what if I try to sneak up real close, and then as soon as I can, or you sneak up with me, and as soon as I can, I will try to drop him in the ground. I'll have Grim drop the oil, and then you can, wait. No, if he's on fire, do you want to climb him?
I guess I'll have to just see how it goes. I'll improvise.
Okay.
Mm. I'd rather have contingencies than improvisations. Here is what I propose. If things go awry, and they likely will, I think out of all of us here, I don't mind me saying that I feel that I can take the blows the most of all of us. Maybe Pieter, but I am the one with outfitted armor here. I'd like it to be more focused on me than all of you,
Even
and I am
then,
capable of doing that as well.
I don't disagree, but even then, we don't want it focused on you for too long.
Yes, I understand that, Fern. However, if things go wrong, I want it focused on me. So,
Right.
Okay.
if anyone is going to get close, I would like for it to be me first. I've outfitted my suit with... well, I won't bore you with the details. In essence,
Whoa.
it will be focused entirely on me, if I'm able to strike it.
Yeti leans over to Sunny. Hey, you think something's wrong with Stony? He just said he didn't want to talk.
Never seen that before.
I know. Wonder if he's sick or something.
Oh, I bet he hit his head a little hard during the last fight. Still
Yeah.
recovering.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that sounds good, Stony. I'll be your backup, I guess.
Ooh, I can cast fly on one of you. You could fly above it.
Ooh. How many of those oil things you got, Sunny?
Fern, put that face away.
What? Ing?
I
I can also change one of you into something different,
Ooh, like what?
like a creature.
How big?
Oh,
Are you saying that you know the spell polymorph?
I do. That's the one.
Ah, I've heard rumors of it, but I've never actually seen it cast in my life before. Ah, no, wizards never really liked casting it on the others. Yeah. Yes, well, though I suppose it is not dissimilar to what it is you're capable of, Rip.
me? Oh, wild shape?
Well, yes.
Yeah. It's pretty limited though. Kind of specific.
Yes, and polymorph breaks those limits. Ah, there are many.
I can make it whatever size, whatever creature you want. Well,
Could
within whatever beast you want, actually.
I be a giant squirrel?
You could, yeah.
I
Although
would
you
love
could also
that.
be something much bigger and stronger.
Oh. Okay, outside after this battle, could I get turned into a giant? Wait, hold on, Stony, cover your ears.
I think it's
I'm not
already
big.
done.
Damn.
I
Okay.
could do that, lass.
Oh, this is. I. Who wants to turn into a giant, crazy, awesome creature?
In
Yeah, sure, I don't
general,
mind.
or for the fight?
I can
I
already do
mean,
that.
for the fight. I think we
Wait, is it
all want to turn into one, just in general.
permanent? Ah, it's fine, I'll do it anyways.
So now you're gonna fight.
Whoa. We're gonna throw fire on it first, but we're just gonna have backup plans.
All right then. This spell doesn't last forever.
Whoa,
But
don't cast it yet. We're not ready.
Wait, don't use it yet! Nimbus, I know you're excited.
I can wait. I can wait.
Um, okay,
Back to the
hold
holes.
on. We've got Grim, and Grim can fly, and Grim, it seems, can be invisible, which I'm still trying to mull over that part. What if we use Grim to lob fire and other not great things at the creature until it figures out what we're doing, and then we can switch tactics?
When you say lob fire, I have like 10 little flask of oil.
Oh.
I have quite a few arrows here that we could light on fire.
So
And I
would
have a
he
blazing soul. That's irrelevant,
Or
sorry.
you know, I could fly, and shoot them from the air. Just saying.
So, do we want to have Grim drop as much as he can before the creature notices, and then we send you in with the flying arrows?
Sure.
I have to
Grim?
warn you, I can either do the polymorph or the fly. I cannot do
Oh.
them both at the same time.
Oh, got you, okay.
With the fly. I feel like it'd be fun to trust Fern to fly and shoot fiery flying arrows. Yeah.
Nicest thing you've ever said to me. Thank you, Pieta.
Yeah, I saw how happy and lively you got while talking about it, so
Well,
let him have it. You will yeah.
what was that?
I'm giving you a pep talk. Like, go get him. You let him have it. You, shoot him up.
Yeah, I feel very pepped.
Yeah, I'm really good at these pep talks.
I'm
She's gonna
pretty
pat you on the
sure
back.
this is how you give a pep talk. Good job, everybody. And then Fern and Pieta, you have the heroic inspiration.
Wow,
Yay!
that was really good.
Thanks.
So, Grim, can you hear us? Grim?
His head turns and looks at Sonny, and only Sonny sees, but he winks one eye.
I look back at Fern. Don't worry, he hears everything.
Let's just assume he's
Everything.
always listening. Always.
Yes.
Feel a little freaky, but that's okay.
He's just that kind of guy, a little freaky deaky kind of guy.
All right.
Well,
Well, should we give him a bunch of oil and let him go crazy?
yeah. As long as I look down at him. As long as you agree. I mean, you don't have to, but would be useful. And I take out the oil and I hand it to him.
Just to make sure you understand, it's not going crazy around us. It's going crazy on the creature. You want to go to the creature.
The two vials of oil disappear as Grim also disappears.
Ah, still not
Well.
used to it. Still not used to it.
Try and get a lot on the mountain.
It's in Fate's hand now. All right, okay.
Wherever you are.
So can we go through the steps again? Okay? So Grim's gonna fly over. He's gonna try to dump the oil, and then Fern is also gonna be flying over, ready with the bow and arrow. Maybe she'll have an oil flask just in case, and then Sunny will be ready to dig some holes in case it runs away. Maybe like to trap it, or to trap it. Let's just go with it. You're gonna trap it either way. And we'll like throw daggers and more fire if it gets trapped, and hopefully it'll be an easy victory. Yeah.
I like the optimism.
Everything's gonna go as planned, right?
As you
Yeah.
say this, you
Yeah.
hear an enormous roar that shakes the trees around you. It rattles you. You can feel it in your chest. Just this deep bass. Whoa! You see dust clouds fly from that direction. Rip, you are still watching in that area. You see this thing climb up the hill of crushed trees and belch into the sky. This monster, it's just like it opens its mouth and this fog, this smoke just comes like black tar smoke, just comes gushing out of its mouth, and it floats up into the sky.
Guys, I think this is go time.
Did we finish a short rest before this happened? Would
Mhm.
that have been complete? Okay.
Yeah, you can take your short rest and roll dice if you need them.
It looks like this is the best opportunity we have, so let's just go for it.
Yeah, Stoney's already taking off towards it.
Perfect.
All right, let's
So
do this.
Stony, you're running into this area, just straight out charging in?
He's trying to lead. He's not trying to get anywhere. He's just trying to be the first thing that this creature sees.
Okay, there goes
Um,
our plan. Nimbus is looking at Fern. Well,
well, I guess it's time to fly. Um, Rip or Sunny, and she takes out a bottle and pours a little bit of oil in it. Can you and then she takes
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit of a rope and puts it in. She's like, "Can you light this on fire?"
Yeah, and
Oh.
I druid craft a little spark at the end of the rope.
Perfect. And she's gonna protect it so that she can keep lighting her arrows on fire.
okay. Nimbus blows a little sparkle dust onto you, and you feel light as a feather. And she flits up into the tree and hangs onto a branch and watches. Clips goes rushing after Stony.
I'm gonna hold my hand out to Sunny. Shall we?
Okay, I'm scared.
We don't have to run. I don't really want to run. Do you want to run? I don't really want to run.
I'm not great at running.
Okay, let's not run, and we'll just walk.
So
We'll get there.
Stony kind of leaves you guys behind.
I'm
Who's
Who's
Pieta?
with him?
telling Stony,
Who's with him?
like I'm a little further behind to like where I won't be like targeted. He'll be targeted first, but I'm kind of still following him.
Don't
Make
want to
sure he
steal
has
the
Are
back.
ball.
you? Is anyone going stealthy?
I'm going stealthy.
Okay,
I'm
roll a stealth check
How?
also gonna try to stealth, but
in
I'm
the
trying to
sky.
flit, yes, out of
Okay.
its
I'm really good at
sight.
these. Oh, baby. Oh, no, don't. Oh. It showed me the 19 and then it kept rolling. That is a
No.
14. That is a 9
Okay.
plus 5 for a 14.
Because it's hard to hide behind fallen logs and branches and stuff. There are still some places to hide, but the closer you get to it, the harder it is because most of them have been smashed and stomped down. What are you showing me? I can't
Ah,
see. It's
dang it.
just
I was trying to
all
show
a
you
glare.
this is a natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
Let's go.
So Pieta, you are going tree to tree a little bit slower than Stony is just walking straight, striding straight in. Fern, you disappear into the black sky.
I'm having the time of my life.
Nice.
All right. So Fern is trying to she's tracking its head movements, trying to stay out of its line of sight, and just knocking back her arrows, lighting it on fire, and then she's gonna loose at least one onto the mountain, with the.
Okay, you're not there yet. Remember, it's far away.
Okay.
Let me
How far are
let
we
me
from
just
them?
read to you what you're doing. You have a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration. It lasts only 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll do
Um,
that.
if you, when the spell ends, if you're still up in the sky, you will plunge to the ground.
Perfect.
Okay. So this thing is raging wherever, like, and you guys are a little bit more than a half a mile away. That's far. It's like, what? Let's say 2,500 feet. It's not quite half a mile, but that sounds. So
That's
2,500
generous,
feet.
thank you.
Stony, are you jogging, running, walking? What kind of pace are you setting?
It's a move and dash.
Oh, you are going full out. You're just charging this thing.
Yes.
Okay, so
But
Stony
he
is
should be
sprinting.
relatively slower than Pieta and Fern
If they're dashing,
if they're
I would
dashing.
assume Fern is. Fern, you're going full speed. Okay. It
I
takes
only
you
need to be
about
about 80 feet away from it, by the way.
All right. It takes you a couple minutes to fly all the way up there. Because you're just like, come on, come on, come on. But you're not going as fast as like a bird can fly or anything. You are zipping along pretty good, but not. If you had a magic broom or something, or if you had wings, you might go faster. You know what I mean? So you're floating. You're hanging up there, and your stuff is hanging off of you, dangling down. You've got your bow, and you're getting closer and closer. Pieta, you are able to pass Stony if you wish and take a different angle than he is, and still also try to hide. Or you
Hmm.
can stay right behind
Pieta,
him.
I'm only trying to get its attention. Once I have its attention, I will turn around and wait for everyone to catch up. Remember, I am only trying to get it to focus on me. Go on ahead
Yeah,
if you must.
Pieta's thinking that he doesn't want to risk it, like any stray variables to the plan, so he still wants to stay behind Stony.
Okay. Sure.
So Pieta gives him
So,
like a approval nod and stays kind of back.
all right. And Rip and Fern. Rip and Sunny, you're just walking, right?
We're just
Uh,
walking.
Skip.
So you're
Can
going
we
to
be
be left
skipping hand in hand?
I'm happy to skip.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
skip.
skipping
I drove
into death.
Yeah. So it's destroying the area around it. I'm assuming we could probably take fairly decent hiding place. How far is it from what it's destroying? I don't want to be super close. I'm not gonna lie. I have more hit points now, but I was just at 6 hit points. I don't need to go back there, actually.
You're still plenty far away. You can stop as far away as you wish. It hasn't seen anyone yet.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering about the cover situation when we get closer.
The closer you are to it, the less cover there is. It's pretty
Okay.
bare where
Yeah.
it's destroying stuff.
Cool. Well, skip we shall.
So
And
as you're
shall we
skipping, Sonny, you hear, now what?
Oh, uh, uh, did you drop the oil?
Of course.
Oh, then come back to me.
This is fun. I'm right here.
Oh, give me more warning next time.
Rip just goes, ah! Every time.
All right, he materializes as a puppet back on your
Yeah.
hand.
Now we wait for Fern to do her job, Grim, and then we add more fire.
Okay, we cut to Fern. About 2.5 minutes of shooting racing through the air at 120 feet per 6 seconds. It's really not all that fast. How long would that take? How long does it take to run half a mile? Like I don't know. All right, let's say 3 minutes. You come into range above this thing. There have only been 2 small vials of oil dropped, and whatever happened, its attention was grabbed. But now it's back to normal, just grinding up trees and stomping them into the ground. It's loud. You can feel the concussion even up in the air. This thing is grunting and groaning, and it smells terrible. It's
Ew.
starting to make your eyes are almost burny, and it's starting to make you sick to your stomach. The smell is so powerful and noxious.
Okay. She's going to loose. She's going to try to go around to loose 3 arrows at the mountain so that it gets on one side, another side, and another side. She's trying to kind of put as much kindling into it as she can.
So you're not actually trying to find the oil, you're just shooting into the mountain.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the oil has permeated in enough little places that it can catch something.
Okay. And how are you making your arrows burn?
So I got the little bottle that I put the oil in and then a little taper that's on fire. So I've got my
Okay.
flame.
Got
And
it.
then, yeah.
So
So she's
you're
dipping
putting
in.
a little burn. You're like lighting your arrows on fire and shooting them in. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. From high above, one arrow, you guys see a tiny spark of light shoot out of the sky, and you're like, and it goes. You don't see it. After it goes down, you don't see where it hit. And then from a different angle, you see another one. And a few seconds later, from another angle. But it's so far away, especially for Rip and Sunny, you can't tell if it's caught fire. You can't tell. Like, it takes a while for stuff to heat up and burn. So you know Fern is in action. Stony, you're just charging dead out. You're not that strong a runner, are you?
No,
Let's
but
let's have an athletics check.
he's never been
And it's
about speed. He's been more about endurance.
right. Let's see. It's a low DC. Just want to see if you can continue running the whole way.
Now I'm just picturing him having to stop and like
Catch his breath.
That's also why
Maybe.
Pieta's there. Pieta's there to help him out if he needs like anything.
Pietro, you're
Water.
easily keeping up with Stony. I can't see that. What is it? A
No.
1?
Oh, not used to that new armor, I guess.
So absolutely, you find yourself huffing and puffing. Pieta, you see Stony slow to a walk and then grab his knees for a sec. And then after a few seconds, you can see him decide, all right, here we go again. And he starts off on a slightly slower jog forward.
This
Can I
calibrations. Oh.
can I say, hey, let me help out, buddy, and like grab his arm and like kind of like help out his heavy load. Like once you get really close, I'll just kind of lunge forward and like, go hide. But
I
for
don't
the
think you can actually help him move faster if you're under an arm. I think that would actually slow him down.
dang it. Okay.
I'm
What
fine.
if I what if I
I
wrap
will catch up.
my thing around his waist and pull him?
You he certainly could. I don't know if he'd let you.
Stony's not gonna let you.
Ah,
Go on. I will catch up. I promise.
go on. You're supposed to be the front. Okay, I'll try to get its attention. And I guess Pieta will be in front now.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna leave Stony behind?
Is that what you're saying, Stoney? You want me to go out in front of you?
Yes, but please make sure that it is focused on me when it gets to us.
Okay. Yeah.
Pull back. When you
I
grab
won't get too close.
attention.
Okay.
Rip and Sunny. You can see way out ahead of you. These two stopped for a moment, and you see Stony has slowed down a bit, and then he ramps up to start running again, and Pieta disappears out ahead of him. You're still skipping, although your heart's really probably not in it at this point. There is a monster, and as you get closer, it looks bigger than it did from way back there. It's a towering mass, and you can see that Fern and Pieta, you're getting close enough. you can see that its front feet have too many joints, and
Ugh.
they end in spikes, and every step that those front feet take leaves a hole like uh, a post hole in the ground. So the ground is just covered with holes. It's almost difficult terrain if you're not careful. Its back
Yeah.
legs also have an extra joint, but they end in these giant hooves, like a hoof as big as your torso.
It's so cool, but I hate it so much.
Fern, you see its tail looks like, well, it's as big around, it's long and thin on its body, but its tail is as big around as the largest thickness of your leg. It looks like a super long rat tail that also ends with a spike on it.
Not the
There
spikes.
are random spines, big chunky spines coming off of its back, and each of its branch-like horns are about 10 feet long. Um, you can't really tell as you're flying around. You can see that your little arrows are not extinguished, but you can't tell if they've lit anything yet.
Okay. I do have a bottle of oil, and I think I might pull it out of my little satchel and try to throw it onto the area where I shot one of my arrows.
Okay. How how close are you getting to throw this?
Mm,
Close. The farther you are, the higher the DC.
right. I wonder if I can affix it to my arrow with a thing of rope and try it that way.
Tie it onto an arrow and shoot the oil?
Yeah.
Okay, it will destabilize the arrow, so you would have
Yeah.
to.
It would be a different balance than she's used
Mm-hmm.
to.
Very. You could just coat it with oil.
That's true. All right, she's gonna try that. She's gonna try that and hope that she can split the arrow like she did earlier,
All right.
and like get it right where the fire is.
Sure. Let's see if you can.
All right. That is that's a 12.
You shoot your arrow out of a dark sky into a dark ground. You're not sure what is creating the light, although you can see it's dim light. Um, it's as if maybe it were daytime, but there are so many black clouds overhead. It's just really, really dim. You shoot your arrow and you lose sight of it as it speeds down toward the ground. You know it hit somewhere, but you don't see it spark up a bigger flame from your first arrow. At about this time, one of the tiny flickering flames you see, not the one you were shooting at, and you see the creature and hear the creature as it goes, more, and its big head swings over toward where this suddenly a tiny flame is crackling. And it charges.
No. More flame. Need more flame.
It charges this tiny flame, maybe like this big, like the beginnings of a small campfire. It just charges in there, goes into the side of the hill onto the flame, just pile drives into it. You see chips and bark flying everywhere, and the flame is extinguished. This thing comes out shaking its massive head, its huge branch antlers flying in every direction, raining chips of wood.
Can she see where oil was spilled on top of this creature?
How high up are you right now?
Let's see, it's 12 feet at its highest.
Its back
So
is, yeah.
probably, we'll say 20 feet.
20
But
feet up.
she's about, we'll say 60 feet away.
Okay, 20 feet off the ground and 60 feet away. That's much lower than I thought you were. Okay,
She was higher, she got lower.
right. So you're swooping in to look for oil on its back, keeping what you feel like is a decent distance, 60 feet away and 20 feet high. So I'm looking out my upstairs window right now and I can see a spot. I'm about 20 feet, maybe, up off the ground. And I can see a spot about 60 feet away. If this creature is 12 feet high and like 10 feet wide, it's like you're looking at a school bus type thing. It feels like you're too close. If it sees you, but you swoop in and you're looking for an oil spot, you notice some details on this thing. It is damp in some places. And so when you notice that it's damp in many places, it's not just oil. It's like it's oozing something. You can see that the hide is made, like the fur on its back is made of multiple pieces of different things, all just kind of stuck together. You can see that there are ragged flaps hanging off. It's got a big, long purple tongue hanging out of its mouth, which is also oozing some sort of liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are ragged holes in its hide in places that you can see fleshy bits. It looks greasy and dirty, and the oil that probably hit it just melts into all this nastiness. It's impossible to see where the oil itself is.
Beautiful. All right. Knowing that, then she is going to immediately pull back to go kind of back into the miasma of
Sure.
darkness.
As you were down there, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
You see it? I don't think you can.
Is that a
It's a
1 or
one.
7?
It's a 1.
A 1. Okay. Pieta and Stony, as you are still hustling forward, you see Fern drop out of the sky and hover there and kind of like looking at this thing. And then she starts coughing and falls and hits the ground.
Oh.
Fern, you take 8 points of falling damage
Great.
and Hold on, looking for a D10. Here's one. And 16 points of poison damage.
Oh my gosh.
You're on the ground. You still have the ability to fly. But
No, I don't.
are you unconscious?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So Fern just comes close to it and goes unconscious. Stony and Pieta, roll a perception check if you can see that she fell out of the sky.
What? Damn it.
Good thing we're really good at these. Oh,
That's a 13 for me.
that's a 6 for me.
15. Stony, you see something. You're not sure what it is. But as you think about it, it looked like a figure fall just past where this creature is raging and stomping and gnashing. You saw something fall down. It can only be
What?
one thing.
Damn it.
What's
Pieta,
oh wait,
go on
Pieta,
ahead. I think Fern might have fallen out of the sky.
what? He's like jogging
Fern
ahead
might
of you.
have fallen out of the sky.
There's
Go
birds
on
falling
ahead.
out of the sky?
Over there.
Where's Fern? Oh, she might have fell. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm on it. And he like starts
As you
sprinting.
guys yell to each other, you see this thing's head comes your way and it notices the armor first. And it starts running.
Oh my
Just
god.
charging at Stony. Let's all roll initiative.
Oh my
Come on,
god.
come on.
The worst time I could have
You can take
ever
any blow, Stony.
gotten
You
a
can do
1.
this.
Yep.
24.
Ooh, 24.
Sunny got a 15.
Okay. Anybody between 20 and 15?
Yes. I got a 19. Is my curse of low initiatives over?
Maybe.
I have a 17.
Okay. And there's a
Two stuff.
15 is Sunny. Fern, what'd you get?
A 7, but it
Okay.
doesn't matter.
It does.
Hey, it
You
matters.
got stuff to roll.
I know.
Don't worry, Pieta's carrying 5 potions of healing.
We're
All
probably
right.
gonna need all of them.
I'm carrying an upcast healing word and also a healer's kit. So
Now all you have to do is stay alive.
Pieta.
Pieta.
Stay alive.
a little while longer, just a little while longer.
Pieta, you're up first. You're about, well, let's say, 200 feet away from this thing.
How far do I know how far like Sunny and Rip are?
You can look behind you. They're way back there.
So far.
Okay, not gonna count on any floor going underneath it. Okay, so it's charging at Stony, which was the plan. Is there any trees around us?
Fallen trees, yes.
Fallen trees, okay.
There aren't many though. It's almost all been destroyed. They're all broken and in chunks right now, where you are.
Okay, cool. And how far away? So it's charging. How far away is Fern?
You don't know. You can't see Fern.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm still stealthed. Or do I need to make a re-stealth check? I don't know how that works.
It depends what you're doing.
I want to try to sneak around the charging beast. If it's focused on the armor, I want to charge. I want to dash and try to make it to try to search for Fern.
It's 100% focused on the shiny armor that is calling to it.
Sweet.
That was just yelling.
All right, Stony, you think you'll be all right? I'm gonna go try to find Fern.
I'll be fine on my own.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna dash and try to go. Just try to search the
Oh,
area
so,
where it
so
was.
you're going on a dash. Do you want to try to stay stealthy
Yeah.
or just run full out? Because you can't do both. Stealth
Yeah.
is careful movement, and a dash is not.
What are the odds that it's gonna turn towards me? I guess I'll be stealthy just in case.
It's a die roll. That's the odds. All
Yeah.
right, so you're going to be stealthy. Go ahead and roll a stealth check as you try to
Okey-dokey.
hustle toward Fern in stealth mode.
Nice. This stealth check is a 19.
Okay. It is focused on Stony. So what do you do?
Pieta or Stony?
You.
Oh, I'm still
You're
dashing.
running over toward where Fern might be.
Yeah, my action is to kind of search for her, or I guess dashing, but
Okay.
I'm trying to
Roll a
search for her.
perception check because Stony pointed it out.
Sweet. I'm really good at these. Uh, oh, one second. 7 plus 4. Okay, that's 11.
Unfortunately, in this dim light, you know that Fern is wearing clothes that blend into just about anything. So
I feel like a ninja.
it's
He says to himself.
difficult to see.
And she got a natural 20 on her stuff.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not in play anymore. Pieta,
Uh-huh.
roll a Constitution save as you enter this beast's area.
Constitution save. Oh, yikes. Yeah. Oh, nice. That's a 19.
All right, you feel your eyes stinging and your lungs burning from the nasty, like heavy ammonia and sulfur and whatever else. It's the smell of the stuff that oozes out of a dead body. It is
Ew.
nasty. It's
Am I-
disgusting. It's making you sick, but it doesn't get to you. You can tough through it. So you
Man.
keep running.
Is my mask helping filter a little bit of that out?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess so. All right. So Pieta is running. Rip, you
Yes.
see this thing from a distance.
Yeah.
You see Stony has kind of stopped and then he takes off again and this creature has seen him and charges at him. You see Pieta disappearing off in a different direction, headed past this monster.
Okay. I would have been, as we skipped, I would have been kind of trying to see if I could keep an eye on Fern, which I know is going to be like trying to watch a fly because of how she's moving and how far she is. But kind of looking between, seeing if I can spot her. Okay, I see her. I'm going to look back down at the creature or the pile
Before
to
you
see if any
say
fire
you're
is.
tracking her, roll a perception check because she
Okay.
was in full-on stealth,
Yes.
picking only the places like in between smoke clouds to flit through.
Yeah. A 16.
Nope. Although you're looking, you don't see Fern.
Okay. Cool.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, you're not quite close enough to have seen her fall.
Okay. Um Okay, but I'm going to see Stony run and I'll see Pieta take off further ahead. How far ahead of me is Stony?
Ooh, he's pretty far out there.
Okay.
Maybe another 1,000 feet ahead of you. He's been
Okay.
running and you've been skipping.
Okay. I'm gonna squeeze Suddy's hand before I let go, and I'm gonna say, I think it's time to run, and I'll let go and start running. I'm not going to take the dash action because I don't know that Fern fell. So I'm just gonna start running. And my goal is, it doesn't matter this turn because I have so far to run. But I am going to start running, and then eventually, in some turns, before when I become in range, I would like to start shooting at that creature from as far off
Right.
as I can, which is pretty far.
Yeah, it's still a ways off.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just dashing straight ahead fast as you can. Got it.
Yeah, I'm just running. I'm not going to take the dash action because I don't want to wear myself out, but I'm going to start running.
Okay. All right, Stony. It's seen you. It's charging you. Are you still running toward it?
Nope. Stony is going to plant himself, and his suit of armor is going to start vibrating just ever so slightly. The runes on it sort of ripple out, and they sort of like kind of almost pulse, it seems. He takes out his shield. Um uh, it kind of like fans out from the splint mail,
Mm-hmm.
and he plants his feet. As a bonus action, he will touch that shield, and he's gonna gain some temporary health. Let me see here. I need to check how much that is. Equal to your. So he's gonna gain 2 temporary bonus health.
Okay.
And then he's going to take the dodge action as this thing rushes him.
Ooh, all right. Good. It's not there yet. It's just running toward you.
But it's about to be on me, right? It's about to be like right here. Yeah.
Not quite.
Okay.
It's going to probably take another couple turns. It's not super fast.
Okay, it's not
It's
fast.
faster than you. It's faster than you are, but it's not like zipping over to you. It's coming like a rhinoceros would, I guess. Fast enough to worry about, but you could probably get out of its way if that's what you chose to do. Okay. Stony is setting up his defense. Sunny.
All right, so Rip told me to run, so I'm going to listen to them, and I'm going to start running, but noticing that something's happening up ahead and I'm not really sure what, I am actually going to choose the dash action. So I'm just going to start running, and then I'm going to run past Rip. And as I run past Rip, I'm going to look at them, and in your head, Rip, you hear, fucking hate running, and then I'm going to keep going.
You
And
hear
now
that?
we're
Yeah,
connected
me
for
too.
3 minutes. Yeah.
You
So
hear
you're
that? Me
sprinting
too.
forward.
Yes.
The creature, as it charges toward Sunny, I'm sorry, toward Stony, you see it open its mouth, and this roiling wall of black fumes roll out of its mouth. It doesn't make it that far. It doesn't go as far as Stony is, but you can see it. It goes out in front of it, and the creature just bursts through its own stink cloud and keeps running. You also see, as this happens, such a strong wind comes that branches and sticks and chunks of logs are flying out of its way through this miasma of poison. Fern, could you please make a roll?
Mm-hmm. That was a fail.
Okay. Not a critical fail, hopefully.
No,
Okay.
just a
One fail. Okay.
Oh, don't forget you have that inspiration from Sunny.
Does that
You do.
apply on death saves?
It applies for any
That's
kind of skill check.
everything, baby.
I'd say hold
Does
on to it
whatever
for
you
a
need
sec.
it to.
Let Pieta try to find you one more time.
I don't know if I want to chance it because if I don't want to chance. I do
Oh, okay.
want to use it. So
That's fair.
Also a fail.
mhm.
Okay. So we've got one fail. So let's paint the picture here. I'm going to have you guys describe what's going through your head as you have triggered kind of a landslide upon yourselves. Pieta, you are sprinting past this monster. You see it rushing down on your very good friend, and you are running into darkness to find someone who is in darkness. What's going through Pieta's mind?
First and foremost is I must find Fern. I must find Fern. She could be injured or worse. I must find Fern. Um, and it does cross my mind that Stony is in deep danger, but he tries to cover it up with like the trust that he has for Stony. And he's like, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. Our other friends are on the way, and he's just like really set on like trying to not let that death air choke him out, and while trying to search for Fern. And honestly, a little like fight or flighty kind of like not stress per se, but like the adrenaline is high.
Okay. So you're almost frantic as you sprint without regard of caution at all. The monster has gone the other way. You're running past it. You're just going. Okay. What is Rip? You see Stony has done his job. He's got its attention, and you are way too far away to help. What's going through Rip's
Yeah.
mind?
God, I saw that thing belch that cloud, and I have just this horrible pit in my stomach is my first thought, is how not okay this all feels. And then my second thought is I'm running, I'm getting closer, and as I'm running towards where this is happening, I'm still looking for Fern. I'm still like, where is she? Or how long has it been? Do I know it's worn off?
No, it's not 10 minutes yet.
Yeah, so if she
It's
should,
like
if I
5
know
minutes.
yeah, if I know she still should be in the air, I'm still trying to see where she's gone in between watching where I'm running.
Okay. So your concern is with Fern right now, not with Stony. Got it.
I know I'm going to get there, which I do plan to swing kind of wide to the side of this thing as it's coming towards Stony.
All right.
I don't want to be within 100 feet of this thing if I can help it.
Fair enough.
I hate it, but I don't want to be that close to it.
Got it. Yeah, and you have a directive from the Raven Queen.
On high, down below, however you want to look at it.
Yeah. Okay. Stony, what's
Stony,
going through your mind?
Stony is reciting in his head a mantra of his. Pain is the breaking of the shell that encases understanding. Through this understanding, I will persist and grow. I am so afraid, so afraid. But I must persist. I must. For my friends. For the whole world.
Good. Sunny, what's going through your mind?
Sunny just feels like anytime the group makes a plan, everything goes to chaos. So she's just wondering what evil she will witness when she finally reaches the group, and she's starting to get really scared of what she will see and what she must do in the next coming minutes.
As you run and these thoughts go through your mind, Sonny, what do you see? What are you looking at? Rip is right beside you running full out. Stony's standing in the path of a runaway locomotive, basically. You don't know where Fern is. What are you looking at?
Probably the creature firstly, but Sunny's very connected to Fern, and she's concerned that she doesn't see Fern. So I'll be looking at the creature and then like looking up in the sky and just trying to find my friend.
Okay.
I'll see Sunny look up and tell her in my head I'm looking for her too.
I'm concerned we don't see her.
Through this confusion and determination, something happens. From behind Sunny and Rip. Well, Sunny and Rip, you hear, and Stony, you hear the sound of passing overhead. And as this creature comes close and it's lowering its head and shaking its horns, you see 3 arrows, thunk, 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 into the skull. Like, bada-bop, really quick, boom, boom, boom. 3 arrows. Hieta,
Mm-hmm.
you hear something moving quickly, breaking sticks and stuff to your right, coming in from this side of from, I don't know how to describe it. You're running toward the pile, coming off your right side as you're running toward this big hill of crap. You
Huh?
look over and you see loping along, sometimes using its arms like almost like an ape, this huge, hairy person.
Hmm.
Long, pointed ears, it's covered in hair, and you can see it like, and it's got sharp teeth. It's running directly towards you, but it's wearing clothing. It's
Huh.
got a vest on and loose baggy pants, and strapped to its back is a long stick. And it's sprinting towards you very, very quickly. It's your
Um,
turn. What would you like to do?
from the observations that we just made, could I sense some type of like malice or aggression towards me? Some type of like.
If you would like to spend your action doing an insight check on this creature, you may. That would
Um.
take you away from looking for Fern.
Yeah, I think I'd rather still look for Fern.
Okay. So you may roll a perception check if that's what you want to do, or you can dash forward to get there closer. Either
Do
one
I
is an action.
Yeah. Do I know if I can reach Fern without my dash? Oh, no, I
You don't
haven't
know
seen
where
her yet,
she
huh?
is.
Yeah, I think I need to make a perception first then.
Okay. Roll
All right.
perception check.
Here goes. That's an 8. You
Don't
know
know.
what? With my moment of despair, I kind of like close my eyes in this like, oh, are you kidding? Where is Fern? Where is she? And just like a drop to the water, bling, I get like this moment of clarity of like, you know what? No, like let's not give up. Take a deep breath, and I use my heroic inspiration to try to re-roll and see if I can really try to find her. Come on, Fern, where are you? And that is a natural motherfucking 20. Let's see it. Let's see it, chat. Uh, boom.
I think this is Baniel's finest moment he's ever had. Look at him. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
that's what a natural 20 can do for you in this game. You take a
Woo!
moment, you slow down,
Yeah.
and you say, I'm going to find her. And you look, and there she is. She is prone about 100 feet away. She's not moving. You can see this, like, the air is shimmery because of just the poisons floating in it. And she's just lying there. That's the end of your turn.
Am I able to still move my
You can move
last
30 feet. Yeah,
yeah
30 feet
Fo-
forward. So
40
you're,
question mark the
oh, yeah, yeah, whatever your movement is, 40.
yeah. Just making
Yeah,
sure
so
that
you're
I'm able
60
to.
feet. Right. Yeah, so
Cool.
as soon as you see her, you start heading that way. The creature to your right, you're just forgetting about it because you are dead set on finding your friend. Rip.
Hopefully it works out.
Yeah. A bunch of arrows just came out from behind me. Um, yeah, well, I'm gonna turn. Um, so I kind of grab Sunny as I like kind of stop to turn to like pull her behind me, like between myself and whatever just shot, just to kind of, I don't know if I've come to a full stop, but I slow down all the way to a stop or almost to a stop to turn around and look at what just fired those arrows.
Without rolling a
Woohoo.
perception check, you see 3 people with very deep, dark skin, almost black, shall we say, or dark gray, dressed in black leather, which is studded with spines.
Oh, they're cool.
They're running toward you as fast as they can. They're doing a dash. They're sprinting hard, and they're almost on you. Each of them has a bow in one hand and a handful of arrows in the other hand. They're just running, and they're moving way faster than you think they should normally be moving. They're super fast
Towards me? Towards us?
toward you guys.
Okay. Well, okie dokie.
And since you stopped, you grabbed Sunny too, right?
I like put her behind me.
Okay. So that's what you see. They're running right towards you. You all
Okay.
roll an insight check. This is not going to be for your turn because I want you to be able to reason this out. Maybe.
I won't be able to. That's a 10.
Okay, they're sprinting right at you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're sprinting right at me. I'm going to I don't want them to really see me do it, so I'm going to keep my hand down and in my cloak, but I am going to ready poison spray if any of them take aim at me.
You're holding a poison spray action. Got it.
Just in case they decide they want to get crazy.
Understood. Fair.
But only if they really want to get crazy. Only if they
Gotcha.
really want to get crazy.
So your turn is to hold it. You grab Sunny and hold an action to release the poison spray spell. Stony.
Yeah, because I don't know if she saw that either, but we're about to both see it.
Stony, you're reciting your mantra. This creature comes bursting through this black cloud that it just spit out of its mouth. You feel the wind from that spitting cloud blow into you and sparkle off of your defensive shield. It's your turn.
Has it made its way? How far away is it from Stony?
It's probably another move, and then it's on you.
So it's about 30 feet from me.
It's about 50 feet from you.
50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's still surrounded by the purple mist. Yes.
No, it blasted that out and then ran right through it.
I see. Okay. So he sees the arrows go directly into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's going to move closer to it, 30 feet.
Okay.
As a bonus action, he is going to command Cece to fly over and zap it with shocking
Okay.
grasp.
You're closing in on this thing. Got it.
Yes. Does a 17 hit the creature?
It absolutely does. It's a big wall. It's like a barn door.
Okay.
Low DC.
It will take 2 points of shocking damage.
Okay. As
So that's
CC sparks it. What
and
is
then
that? Lightning damage?
yes, lightning damage.
Okay.
And as for his action, he will stand there and take the dodge action.
Okay.
Is that right? No. He
Uh,
cast the spell. Never mind. He can't take the dodge action.
right. Can you roll an insight check?
Yes. Three.
Okay. Let's go to Sunny. Sunny, you were grabbed.
So how far away is Stony from us?
He's still
Still really far.
hundreds of feet away.
Okay. Sunny
You were
like gives her
focused on this creature, and then suddenly Rip grabs you.
right. Sunny's gonna get a little bit of whiplash as she looks from like the creature back to the other people, back to the creature, and then back to the other people, and then try to shout at them. Are you hurting us or that thing?
Valid.
Okay. Are you going to do any other actions or anything?
So they can't respond right now.
Not their turn yet.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna wait for a response, but I will hold an action. How far away are they?
They're right behind you. They're running right at you.
Like, so within
Like
melee?
15
or?
feet.
15
15
Okay.
feet, running full speed.
I hold an action. If they say that they're fighting the creature, nothing will. I can't wait. I don't think it's possible to hold two different actions, right? Like I can't
No.
do like one or the other. Okay. I
Nope.
hold an action if they say that if I get any ill will from them, like they say that they're going to fight us and not just the creature, then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at them.
All right. So holding Eldritch Blast just in case.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. The creature, you guys, well, I guess nobody's looking as Stony moves toward this charging creature, and it closes the space. It opens its mouth and charges in. Does a 22 hit Stony? It grabs you in its mouth and
Oh, Stony, you moved forward?
and bites. So it bites you. You take 16 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, as it just crunches into you. And then it throws you up in the air and catches you in its mouth again and bites you again. Also a 22. You take 8 more points of bludgeoning damage. You are not grappled or restrained. It drops you as after it bites. It's not trying to eat you. It's just trying to kill you and turn you into pulp. Okay. Fern.
All right. Okay, that's a success.
Okay. 1 and 1. Good to know. These 3 purplish, dark-skinned creatures with black armor race toward Sunny and Rip as fast as you've ever seen anyone run. And they say, one of them says, "You must be mad!" And they vault over you. They just
Little.
jump over you and keep going.
Yeah, we're small.
And they're pulling another arrow back as they do.
Cool.
You must be mad. Let's see.
I mean, they're not wrong. I'm just glad they're helping.
Hold on. Let's see if their arrows hit this time. Oh, absolutely. This thing is very easy to hit. And they send 3 more arrows thunking into it, and you see bits of hide and bone fly off. I wish I could add. Okay, got it. All right, so they have done a ton of damage to this thing. It doesn't seem to mind. Let's go
Figured it
to...
wouldn't.
Pardon?
I figured it wouldn't.
The creature that was running toward Pieta. The furry, like 8-foot tall creature with long pointy ears, covered with hair, and wearing a vest and pants.
Oh,
Just
Furby
tears past you. As you move forward, it goes past you, and it curves and heads full speed after the running monster. After the monster that has now stopped and is starting to dismantle Stony.
Yeah. I just kind of like notice it. I'm like, all right.
It also says, what is it going to say? It says, Whom do you serve? And it just keeps going.
He didn't
You
even
may
wait for him
call
to
out
reply.
if you wish. You're close enough to call to answer because it is your turn.
Pizza's gonna register that and say, "I'll pay you. I'm on a mission."
We
And
couldn't we couldn't hear that. It's too high pitched.
I'm gonna keep running and say, "I'll tell you later. I'm on a mission."
Okay. So you
Um,
have your full move and you have your action and bonus action.
yeah. Let's see here. I think. Okay, I'm gonna move fully the 40 feet. Then I have she's 20 feet away. How far? How? I think I could chunk this potion at her. No,
It will
it's 20.
be, I mean, you can try. Can you imagine making somebody drink a potion by throwing it at them?
Sorry, too much Baldur's Gate.
So you could use your action to get there and your bonus action to administer the potion.
Throw it
think
at her,
that's
it pings off her
Oh, wait.
forehead, Teen Titan
Giving it to
style.
yourself is giving it to yourself, we said, is a bonus action. Someone else is a full action. Yeah, so you can choose. Yeah, you can't give it to her, it looks like, this turn.
Yeah. So like, oh wait, am I am I able to with the bonus action like drag her body or do a medicine check, or is that still an action?
That would be a full action.
What if I use a key point?
You could use a key point for Step of the Wind, which I think allows you
Yeah,
to move.
yeah, that's right. And so then I can use my regular action to give her a potion. Step of the Wind. Yep, you can spend one key point to disengage your dash action as a bonus. All right,
There
boom,
we go.
we'll do that.
All right, your
So,
bonus action is spending a key point. Make sure
so
you
yeah, I'm
mark
like,
it off.
I did. I'm like, I can't talk. And I'm like, I like hone in and like charge straight at Fern. Get if I like stumble along the way, I catch myself with doing a little somersault, and I get there, and I'm like, okay, gotta hurry, and like get my pouch out. I'm like, kind of shaking. I'm like, okay, let's take another deep breath, Pietza. Don't let this stop. I'm getting someone a potion. And like with this last deep breath, I'm like, okay. Gently caress her head and like pour the potion in.
Which potion are you giving her?
Ooh, um, do I assess her? Like, is she like poisoned or anything?
All you know is she's unconscious.
You know what? I think I'm gonna give her the the potion we got from the fountain.
The green water.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. All right. You administer the potion. Roll 2d4.
D4, boom, boom. Okay, rolling the D4. I need to mark down. Oh, that is a 4 and 2, 6 on the die.
So and plus 2 extra, so you have 8 hit points.
Okay.
And you have advantage on rolls to resist a condition. In this case, you might want to use it for poison.
I do. Yes. Very much.
So that's what this potion will give you.
Let's go.
So Fern is you slam this potion into her mouth. You see her eyelids fluttering. Let's go to Rip.
Can I use my last
Oh.
remaining movement?
Sure.
If she was 60, so the dash would have been 80. I'm like, hey, you're okay, right? I gotta go check on Stony. Yeah. And then like, get out of there.
Okay.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, so you're 20 feet. You slap that potion in her mouth and just take off another 20 feet back. All right. Rip.
Yes. I stand down that poison spray I had prepared and just take half a second to look dumbfounded at what just happened, being vaulted over. And then I am going to shrug at Sunny and then keep running after them. How far am I now?
That's hard to say. You're still
11.
really far away.
Yeah.
Stony was almost 1,000 feet ahead of you guys,
Okay.
and you just ran for 6 seconds and stopped. So, still
So far away.
quite a
Got
distance
it.
away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna take off running after them, and I will start to use my dash action now.
Okay.
After I shrug at Sunny and then keep running.
Got it. So we will go to Stony. I would like you to roll a con save, please.
You're really good at these.
I am
He's
actually
so
really good at these.
constitutional.
That is a natural freaking 20 for a 25.
Right. Just
Beautiful.
sing that every time. Great.
If you had said that was a natural one, I was about to scream.
We can't see your face, so we don't know.
So you you feel the stench, the corrosion, the poison of the air around you. And though you want to cough, it makes me cough just thinking about it. You don't. You somehow steel yourself against this, and you don't take any poison damage. It's your turn.
So on the monster's turn, it really busted up Stony very, very hard. At first, the teeth in question, as it clamps down on Stony and bit into its armor, there was some amount of like just a slight amount of force resisting the bite, but it was too strong of a bite, and it slipped past that disc. And as soon as that sort of broke, the armor pieces slipped back into place, flat up against his body. Unfortunately for him, both bites slipped past the armor pieces and pierced right into some of his vital organs. And though he is not doing so great right now, it looks as though he's about to keel over. He looks so bad. He rests his hand on one knee. He pops out his water skin that contains the revitalizing fluid, and as a bonus action, he greedily gulps it down.
Nice.
He goes, I'm gonna need more calibrations. Toughness, relatively stable. That all you got? And he once again puts up his shield and attempts to dodge out of the way for the next bite attack. 2 bite attacks.
Okay. You got it. Um,
Let me see here. I'm gonna heal him back here.
What does the dodge do mechanically?
It imposes disadvantage on the attacker that is attacking him.
Oh wow.
so did you drink the lady's green liquid or did you drink something else?
I drank the green liquid that had the healing properties.
Great. So you get 2d4 plus 2,
Okay.
and you get resistance to a condition.
Poison.
Okay. Now, let's see what Stony rolls before we move on to Sunny.
He gets 6 hit points back.
Okay. Sunny.
Sunny is going to keep running. I don't think there's much else she can do other than try to catch up, so running away.
Okay. So Sunny's just pelting off down the road, down toward impending death, basically. Your friend is basically being chewed up by this dreadful creature, and you're going to help. These 3 people that jumped over you hit the ground and spread out. One continues to go straight, 2 peel off to the sides, and they continue running. They do not knock their bows this time. They're just running forward. Y'all are still a very far piece away. And it crosses Rip's and maybe Sunny's mind. Maybe nothing crosses Sunny's mind. But Rip, you probably think, how in the world did they shoot a bow that far?
Yeah. Wondering a lot of things about these guys.
Yep. So they spend their turn just charging forward. They each go 100 feet forward. Coming in, Pieta, you see this thing charging past you, and when you spin around and leave Fern's side, you see it running at the creature from behind. And you see it jump off the ground and pull this stick off its back and twirl it in the air and come down with it on the creature.
Yeah? Pieta is in awe.
Yeah. You see something strange happen. Pieta, you're the only one that sees this. As the creature's stick hits the monster, you see like an expanding, real golden flash of light. And you feel the concussion from this blast, from this blow.
Whoa.
You've never, this is something that shouldn't happen. You've never seen this before. But you feel it in the air as this creature strikes the monster's back.
Whoa. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Pieta, you're up.
So he's like, oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. And he's just like, oh, yeah, I better catch up.
You're about 100 feet from the creature.
All right, hold up. Oh wait, that actually might work out. Because so I run my full 40, and then that leaves 60 left, which is just enough to throw my dagger. I believe it's ranged 20/60 feet. It says. I don't know which number to look at. No.
20 is the normal throw. You can throw it up to 60 with disadvantage. So anything over 20, you have disadvantage
Oh, okay.
to hit.
I mean, yeah. I don't think there's anything else that's more pressing than Than that, trying to think. Boo, 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 boo. Fern, you good? No. Yeah. Maybe I'll just. You know what? I'll just. How far away is the elf or the long-eared guy?
He's on this creature's back now.
Oh, sick. He's so cool. He says that out loud. And I think I'll just use my dash actually
Okay.
and
So
just
you're
get
going to
close.
use your dash to go 80 feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you going to use your key point to move that, or is that just a normal dash?
I think that will be a normal dash.
Okay, so that
Yeah,
takes away your action. You still have
yeah.
a bonus action if you have anything you can do.
No, I think
Okay.
'cause Stony is on the ground there as well,
Right in front of it.
but it's still
He's
I wouldn't be able to reach him anyways.
it's
Yeah,
the creatures between the monsters between you and Stony.
yeah. I'm just trying to think
Okay.
if I was able to reach him, but I wouldn't be.
Okay, Rip.
I'm still running.
Yes, you are.
Run and dash.
Stony. Stony, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my
Oh,
turn. Okay.
I think I skipped the creature's turn somewhere in there.
I think
And
you
mine.
Oh no.
It
Oh,
hurt?
Oh
I skipped
man.
way through stuff. Okay, let's go back. It's not Stony's turn.
That
It
felt
is
fast. We'll
the
pretend like I didn't
creature's
take my turn.
last turn.
Uh-oh.
It's going to, first of all, let's see if it will regain its nasty breath. And it does. So it breathes at you, Stony.
How dare!
I need a con save.
He actually has a lozenge thrown in his mouth, so we're good.
and okay. All right.
Advantage.
That is a 21.
A 21.
Mhm.
So that is definitely a save against this poison. You only
He's
take
sturdy.
half
He's
damage.
really stocky.
You take half damage, so you take half of 20 is still 10.
Well,
You
shit.
also are you up or down?
He's down now. He
Okay.
he's fighting through it. But because of his heavy breathing, he breathes it in a little too hard, and he yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you a choice though. At the same time, you need to make a strength save. If you pass the strength save, you don't get blasted away. You can choose to fail that, and it will toss you. It'll blow you away.
Okay, wait, I'm confused. So
So at the same time that it's breathing this black poison gas, it's also sending a wind out that's gonna push you. If you
I see, and
choose
it's gonna
not to
send a
resist the wind, it'll just push you away. If you choose to resist, I'm going to still let you roll that strength save, and you could stand your ground.
here's how I see it. Since you rolled the poison first, I'm going to say that he is down and
Perfect.
currently not resisting any of this this next attack or repulsion.
Okay, so you guys who are running toward him see this black fume overtake, just completely bury Sonny underneath this black poison. And his body comes rolling out, like just bouncing and rolling along haphazardly. 30 feet you get blown back from it, and you are in a crumpled heap. unconscious.
Well, at least he's away from his mouth.
And then Fern, it was your turn.
So Fern takes in this huge breath of air. She's reorienting herself back to what is happening. The last thing she hears is Pieta saying something about Stony and then running off toward the creature, and she's reoriented in that direction, and she sees this happen. So she, still feeling very weak, but present now, is going to stand and then she is going to remember the voice of Lolth in her head and what it sounded like. And then she is going to use minor illusion to throw that voice and say to the creature, "No more, leave it," in Lolth's voice that she remembers.
Okay.
And then she's going to move toward it a little bit.
You
She's
still
gonna
have
go
fly.
like 20. She's gonna go like, huh?
You can still fly.
Yeah, she's gonna fly into the air.
Okay. As you guys hear this gravelly smoker's voice ring out, like, what did you say? Stop, leave it?
No more. Leave it.
No more. Leave it. We're going to go, we're going to say that's the end of tonight's episode.
Oh,
And-
the suspense.
Yeah.
How cruel. Wait, you can't leave us here. Jack, you're gonna be gone next week. No!
That's true. You know what, guys? If you're our watchers, our fans, our supporters, next week we're taking off, so it's going to be 2 weeks until Stony dies for good. I mean,
No!
Or we might do a little spin-off sesh.
that's true. Well, yeah. So
Y'all
if
want to
you
get
guys,
silly, we'll get silly.
yeah, I've got something to do for work, and so I'll be away next week. But these guys may be here to do some fun stuff, and hopefully y'all are. So everybody, thanks for watching. We're Dicey Decisions RPG. Look for us on YouTube. You can watch us on Twitch. We don't have a podcast yet, but we really should. We should figure out a way to do this verbally, auditorily.
We are.
Yeah, but
Extract the audio type.
put it out as a podcast. Yeah, that would be fun. Anyway, we also have a Friday night show called Twist of Fate, and I guess it's still called Twist of Fate, but we're leaving the first big multiverse chapter of that soon and melding into something about Vecna. So that one is called Twist of Fate on Friday nights. So, cast, crew, anything to say before we call it a night?
We didn't
How
die yet.
dare you? How
Yeah.
dare.
Nobody's dead. Shout out to life. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being here, and thanks to all my wonderful friends for playing with me. Good night.
So long.
Night. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe.